that I'm going to be giving for EGR210. This lecture is going to be basically covering, we've got this drawing that we've generated, and it has been our intention to take this drawing and produce a nice, wrong button, professional display from it. So this is something that we could go out and use or send to somebody, something like that. Produce a PDF from that kind of way. So last week I showed you how to make each of these sheets. We put together all of these different sheets. I started putting together some dimensions. Each of these, I'm clicking on a bunch of things and it's not changing anything, but each of these sheets shows something different. You'll notice that I put balloons on these part numbers and they never showed up correctly. It all has to do with the part properties, which I did not set when I built these parts. Which is unfortunate, very unfortunate, but what are you going to do? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and open up some of these parts again and see what we can do. Again, the beauty of SolidWorks is that we can make mistakes and then go back and fix those mistakes. I mean, it's nice to not make the mistakes in the first place, but SolidWorks is a very versatile document that's intended to be edited. That is the appeal of SolidWorks, is that it's a document that's a very living document. So I'm going to go ahead and start with opening up the structure again. Now I've got 3 CAD files running. I've got my internet services, and I've got Streamlabs, which is how I'm streaming this to you. So if all of a sudden my computer decides to explode, I am so sorry. I'm hoping that SolidWorks is the first to go down, because it usually is. So this is back now to my original part. Okay, I've opened up this file. You can go in here and look at, okay, you've got unassigned items, you've got things in here that you could add, you could show other dimensions, feature dimensions, you can show all of these things in the side of the annotations. We're going to go up into File and Properties, and this is, here's where you can say, okay, here's all the information that is saved along with this file that goes with this information. So you can give yourself author information, you can put keywords in here, structure, pancake printer, print, 3D printer, etc. You can leave a comment on here, you can title your drawing, you can give a subject. Okay. You can actually give properties to your material. Like, let's say you want to have an expression in here where you would like to show the mass of each part. You could actually have this show up on a bill of materials. This is the bill of materials summary. And you can export a bill of materials that way. I'm not going to make you do that. I was doing some research on bill of materials, and it requires a lot more than one lecture, we'll say that. And I could say, hey, go spend a bunch of time researching bill of materials in SolidWorks. Well, yes, that is a useful feature, and yes, I will ask you to do that in the future. I would rather show you when we have more time rather than trying to cram it into today. So we're not going to, yes, thank you. I don't want that. So we're not gonna be doing that today. The part that I did want to note is when it comes down to actually, let's see, where is it? Document properties. If you wanted to change the way that anything looks in here, you can go into your document properties. It's located in the Tools tab. Here you can change the way things look. You can change the way that your dimensions look. It was, in my opinion, it's a lot easier to change dimensions in. So I guess I should go back to pancake drawing, and then I'll go into Tools, Options. You can change your dimensions here. You can add a dimension there, but you change your dimensions by going into your document properties here. For your dimensions, it'll allow you to change how they look. AutoCAD had a very similar control for that. You can change units. You can change how the units are written. If you need this to be in meter, kilogram, second, you would do that in your document properties. You want to show up different weldments. You want your tables to look up different. This is basically just how you edit the appearance of your drawing by touching the nice nitty gritty. Now here you can also edit the sheet format by actually clicking on the sheet format tab. If it doesn't show up, if you right click on this, you can make sure that sheet format does show up, and then go into edit sheet format. And this will allow you to actually adjust what this is. So see, we've got pancake drawing here is just massive. It's automatically inserted into the drawing, so it's unnecessary. These pieces here are also fairly unnecessary. We can talk about the automatic border. If you want to delete pieces of the automatic border, that being this square piece that says A, B, 1 and 2, you can do that. Your title block fields, this includes multiple places where you can actually go in and write places. So if that's how they were inserted into this document. You can delete these out. I don't like a lot of these lines, but for the sake of just, I guess, clarity, I am not going to be doing a lot of sheet editing. I know this makes this kind of ugly, but let's go ahead and double click on the title, and I'm going to title this sheet, let's see, this is the subassembly extruder assembly. Okay. Now there are, oh, that appears to be the only actual editable title block field is that one. Huh. Not too terribly impressed with that. Okay, so apparently that's the only editable feature. If you wanted to do the edits for these, apparently you have to actually go in and edit the sheet format and actually change these values intentionally. The only value that you can actually change yourself is the title. So, yeah, officially not too huge on the SolidWorks automatic title block. I've been using a custom title block in previous years, but I didn't like that one either, so I thought I would just revert back to this one. I don't like either of them now, because that's awesome. Oh, and it changes it in every single sheet too. Okay, well, that's not nearly as useful. I guess that's about all I wanted to cover for this video, was just give you a little bit more detail on how to make this look. You're going to have to type in the titles manually. You'll have to create a title block, annotation, go up, create a note, draw it right here, actually write it in. Because for some reason it is not liking that. I'm going to go in and delete this. It's not even letting me select it anymore. It's awful. Anyways, now these drawings, the drawing sheets, just like this, with all of the drawings in them, and your final reports are going to be due next Friday, or due next Thursday at 2:30. If you have any questions on how to do something, you're having an issue with SolidWorks, you've tried searching online, and you just need me to talk through it, we can do a Zoom meeting one-on-one, and I can show you what I would do to fix your problems. Please be kind to yourselves. This is a very stressful week coming up, and I mean, it's finals next week, and then we're done with this semester next week. So, I mean, it's hard to believe that everything is done. Some of you I may never see again. It's sad to think, but you know, that's life. So if you do have any questions, any problems, you need to ask me something, please feel free to Zoom meet me. My next week is going to be very open and ready for people to answer or ask questions. I can set up an hour-long meeting with you if I need to. I'm open and willing to do that. So just contact me. Otherwise, good luck with your drawings, and I'm excited to see your final projects.